Alright, hi, what's up all my beanie weenies, and welcome back to my channel. I am of course Hot Dogs, and we are here for another installment of The Sims 4 Survivor Oasis. And it is currently day 8 in the Nookstone tribe, and they had just got back from winning their first luxury competition, which means that they are able to have access into their shelter. So they have been locked out of this place for the past 8 days now, and they're finally able to get in there. There's a bar, there's all these other kind of activities like painting, and there's even a bookcase in there for them to read and gain their skills that way. And a lot of them, like Tina and Nina, Bella and Richard, have ran straight in there. Tina is the first one behind the bar, learning that brand new skill. And then, of course, we also have a brand new bedroom and gym as well that we'll have to show you when we get back outside. But, like you've noticed, I am recording today on a microphone just because it is in the negatives where I live. I am cold, I am chapped, I am tired. And I don't feel like being on camera right now, unfortunately. But I will be back for the Tribal Council on Friday. Don't worry, this is only temporary. And we see that Nervous and Jenna are having a conversation outside for a little bit, and Brant is actually heading to the new bedroom. So it's located up this ladder. This balcony isn't just a spot for Bella and Richard to woohoo. It is actually the entrance to their new bedroom, and it has 3 big inflatable beds that they all have to share. And there are still there's no more cots downstairs, but there is still a tent downstairs if they don't want to share a bed. So those are other options. And if you look around, you'll see that the power is still off. So they will have to win another luxury competition in order to gain power and all of that. But, this is one step closer. At least they're winning something. But luxury is important, of course, but not as important as immunity, and that's what we're going to be doing today, of course. It will be time eventually for their immunity competition, and we'll see if the shelter and winning the luxury competition will give them like a boost and inspiration in order to win immunity tonight. Yikes. Talking is way more difficult for me when it's just a microphone.
Gunganay? Trangela Shopsim? Merno Lumbik. Kiara Balonsif. Spabin.
And as the sun begins to set, it does get pretty gloomy without any power or anything. But hopefully the shelter will give them some sort of protection against the elements in case it does rain or it does start to get cold, as we are edging closer and closer to wintertime here in Oasis Springs. So it's not going to snow or anything, but it will get pretty drafty. So hopefully they'll be able to hide inside this gas station for a little bit more warmth. And once they win power, ideally, this would be the place for them to go. Same with the bedroom and stuff like that. But one step closer again, like I said before. But this pretty much sums up what's going on with the Red Nookstone tribe. We see that Nervous is pretty annoyed right now. Tina has just focused on bartending. Maybe that's gonna, her and Giuseppe are gonna be a good match. And everyone else is kind of painting or heading to bed. So let's go check out how the Green Sandtrap tribe is dealing with their first loss at a luxury competition. Now, it's not going to hurt them too much since they have already won power, already won shelter. So, they already kind of are still up above the red team when it comes to that. We see that Natalie and Brian seem to be arguing about something. They seem kind of alright, and then it just turns nasty really quick.
Long Ephedroy!
Neep snoosh Yadaraz! Shoib? Oh!
So Natalie ends up getting fed up with the conversation and just storms off angrily. She actually heads into the gym, most likely to vent to whoever is in there and to work out the aggression. Everyone else is just kind of watching awkwardly by the fire and kind of laughing and enjoying the show, it seems like. All apart from Eliza, who is working with all the guys, so I think to see any of the guys in some drama kind of worries her a little bit, but Vesepia seems to be loving it. And Johnny probably is too. He ends up running over to the wood chopping bench. I thought he was actually going to like hang out and do stuff over there, but nope, just leaving some trash and hanging out alone. Meanwhile, like I suspected, Natalie is venting to Aliana about what just went down, what happened, and Alia doesn't seem too phased at all. So Natalie ends up heading out and walking past Brian as he's venting to the entire group. I think if you're going to vent, you should probably vent to everyone than just vent to one person. It's automatically going to get the numbers on your side, at least in this game. Now that Aliana is done working out, she is cooking dinner for the rest of the tribe. It seems like it's veggie burgers, which, who knows, they grew themselves. They picked it right out of the earth. And we see that Johnny is actually heading inside, and he's meeting up with Natalie, who's in the bathroom after getting upset. She's kind of in there calming herself down, and he ends up going in there, seeing if she's alright, seeing if he can make her feel better. Again, I still ship the two of them, but I don't know, Natalie seems to be getting annoyed at all the boys, and I don't think she views Johnny any differently, which I think, you know, upsets him. He doesn't like seeing her angry or upset, but I don't really think she cares whether he likes it or not.
Rasha par baleum, con jibjoy.
Ugh, Malakay!
Oh!
So Johnny going in there and calming Natalie down seems to have not worked. If anything, it did the opposite. She seemed more calm in the bathroom by herself than before he came in there. And it ends up pissing her off so much she goes outside and splashes the drink right in Brian's face in front of the whole group. All the girls are just there, shocked, while she sits there and yells at him and belittles him even more afterwards. And I'm not even too sure what he did to make her so mad, but I don't think this is going to be something that the two of them are going to easily recover from. And I think if the two of them head into tribal council on Friday, there'll definitely be a vote for each other. So it's even more important for this tribe to win the immunity today. We'll see if they end up actually being able to, or if this tension will be their downfall. We see that Natalie ends up going into the gym, trying to clean away, mop away her anger. I don't know what that would be, if that's like pee or sweat. Pretty gross. I think if anything that would make me more angry is cleaning, but whatever, to each their own.
Finoza!
Natalie eventually ends up leaving the gym from cleaning and just heads straight over to Johnny to start arguing with him. I guess she's mad for him interrupting her in the bathroom and riling her up even more. She's probably blaming him for her actions. I don't know. Natalie is just continuously digging herself a hole, and I don't know if this is going to affect the boys more, like the people she is targeting, or just herself. Johnny is persistent though, and like making her feel better, trying to hug it out, trying to get her on his side. But I don't know, it's constantly kind of going up and down with the two of them. They're a very toxic relationship. Unfortunately, Johnny's luck just keeps getting worse and worse, as right after making up with Natalie, he is bit by bats. So he just cannot catch a break. Meanwhile, Brian is spending some time alone working off some steam on the punching bag, just imagining Natalie's face right there as he's working out all of his aggression, trying not to blow up and cause more of a scene in front of the group. I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is going to affect the relationships with Brian more so, or Natalie. We'll have to wait and find out. Hopefully we don't find out too soon, as maybe this tribe will win immunity. We'll have to see in a bit. Everyone else is calling it a night, sitting together, eating dinner. Everyone else is in a good mood, apart from Natalie and her love triangle. Everyone else is kind of just enjoying the show and getting along a little bit nicely. But for some reason, I had decided that instead of going into the immunity challenge, that I was not done with the Nookstone tribe. I needed a little bit more. I just need a little more taste of that red tribe. So this is early morning of day 9 on the Nookstone tribe.
Wapita.
Halka Pinar.
Shamagra.
Moochie Peachy?
Sublur.
Go on.
Bruhana.
What is this?
Alright, so Jenna ends up leaving that group that's on the balcony of Richard, Nina, and Bella. I feel like they're kind of like the catty girl group of of the red team. She ends up heading to bed. Nervous is already in there. And then we see that Brant is up early. He actually went to bed way earlier than everyone else. So he's fully rested up and now breaking in the new gym that they have. So their gym is outdoors. It's where all their beds used to be. And unlike the green team, they actually have a basketball hoop. So they're able to play basketball. They have weights and punching bag and a treadmill just like the green team, but they got a little bit of extra stuff as well. Again, the green team and the red team are both going to have separate special hobbies that you only get from being on that tribe. We see that Tina was enjoying her breakfast at the bar. That's kind of her new favorite spot. For some reason, the older women of the tribes enjoy the bar the most. We have Tina controlling it on the red team and Vesepia on the green. Nina finally leaves that group upstairs on the balcony, and instead of heading to bed in the red container that she was right beside already, instead of going into a tent, she decides, nope, I'm going to nap right here on this log. I don't know what it is with this tribe specifically, but they love sleeping under under their gas station awning by the fire. That's like their favorite place to sleep, even with the new bedroom. And we see that Tina is practicing her dribbling skills with Brant as well. This is definitely a hobby that they should start learning while they can, because come merge or come, a competition that centers around basketball, they will definitely have the advantage over anyone that's on the green team. We see that Richard and Bella have finally ended their conversation up there on the balcony. I'm surprised it didn't end in another public woohoo. But they both come down. They actually split up. Bella goes to the chess table that's right there and starts working on her chess game and watching Tina play basketball. Meanwhile, Richard heads inside to check out what books we have in our gas station. I'm not too sure. I've never really bought books at a gas station, but I'm sure they probably have a few bestsellers. None of them are really skill-based books. I think they're all fiction and stuff like that. And he actually seems pretty annoyed when Brant ends up heading in there. He kind of like interrupted his private moment with the book. He was like, I was enjoying some me time, but Brant decides to sit down next to him and start eating, and the food doesn't look too good either, so this moment's a bit awkward. And of course Bella is following Richard wherever he goes, so she ends up grabbing a plate of the gross hot dogs that someone had made. They're probably old, and that's probably why they're gross, and eats with Brant, and Richard is out of there. He's like, I'm not about to sit here through that. And the two of them, Brant and Bella, are stuck just enjoying their spoiled hot dog meal together as the sun fully rises.
Wef flemp, benu siblurf, koba. Omuf, sikafoof, wanafajlika.
Nah, nay, yibsy.
I don't know if it's because they haven't really had access into a building or anything, but the Red Tribe is definitely a significantly more dirty tribe than the Green Tribe. I mean, their whole tribe is covered in dirty bowls and dishes and just reeks. So we're gonna head out of here. Don't even know why we came back here. And we're going to actually head over to Oasis before we start this immunity challenge. I thought we would check up on Oasis and see what they are up to. Both John Cochran and Erwin. The two of them are here by themselves. When we last left off, they kind of have a little bit of a flirtmance going, and I just wanted to check in on them and see how that's developing, if maybe we have two lovebirds on our hands here in Oasis. So the two of them, of course, just been swimming all day. That's what they do a majority of the time, is just swim and eat. And as we see, they're automatically a little bit touchy. That hug seems to have melted John Cochran, and he's now just a puddle of goo on the floor. So I had to definitely reset him, try to get him working. But again, they swim all the time that now they don't even know when to not swim. They swim when they're not even in a pool. That's what Oasis does. And the two of them, the flirting is still continuing. And it's from both sides now. Originally, it was just from John Cochran to Erwin, and Erwin kind of was like, meh about it. But he seems to have, warmed up to John a little bit more. They're exchanging numbers, and he's actually like flirting back which is really surprising. The two of them are going to have beautiful, beautiful ginger babies before they end up leaving Oasis. But it's also interesting that they're in a little bit of a romance because only one of them will be able to enter the game. So eventually they are going to be split up if one of them is to re-enter. But for now, they're just enjoying their time, and they just shared their first kiss. And it's just going to get more intense from here because immediately after, they're, flirting, trying to decide where they want to go, what they want to do. They both have to pee, but they end up making this long walk over here just to finally agree to woohoo. And it's kind of annoying that they can't use any of the single cot beds that we have inside the bedroom. So instead, they are forced to really live out their survivor fantasies and woohoo in a bush.
Shoulder, squats. It's like a harbo. Huh? Smeb. Marvin.
So what do you guys think about Erwin and John getting together in Oasis? Do you ship it? Do you think it's weird? What do you think? I love that immediately after John goes right back into the bush to use it and Erwin heads to bed. They actually end up heading to bed separately. One goes to the orange bedroom and the other one goes to the gray bedroom. They don't even sleep next to each other, which I love. They're keeping this casual. Okay, they're just friends with benefits. Let's not put a label on it. But they are our first Oasis romance. We'll see if there's any more developing here and if this is a romantic hotspot for everyone. But now, we are finally going to start our third immunity competition between the two tribes. And this one is called Paint Me Like One of Your Safe Girls. And it's pretty easy. We're going to have the tribes compete against one another all at the same time in a simple painting competition. We're going to have them all paint large paintings starting all at the same time. We're going to total up the tallies of each painting, see how much each one of them are worth, and whatever tribe has the most amount of money will be the winner and will not be having to go to tribal council. So we start painting, and immediately Richard Hatch gets naked, and I don't have the streamer mod installed, and yeah, I'm immediately flustered. I don't know what to do. My shot is automatically ruined as his bits are just out. And to top it off, not all of them did large paintings for some reason. Some of them did medium or small. I don't even know what size that is. But I'm going to count it anyway. We're going to get over it. But everyone is starting, and for the people that only have a smaller canvas, you better hope that they paint a better portrait. That way it's worth the same amount of money. Because again, this all is determined by which tribe gets the most amount of money by how much their paintings are worth. And typically large ones are just worth more. But everyone's going in. Surprisingly, they're not all painting the same exact painting. What a shocker. And actually, of course, during the Sims 2 revolution that's going on right now on Twitter and everything, I saw a post about how in the Sims 2, all the paintings were different depending on what kind of traits your sim had. I just think that's so cool, and I wish that was something that was in The Sims 4. But anyway, we see that Bella has finished with her painting, but again, it's not a large one, so she better hope that that one's worth a good bit of money. Meanwhile, everyone else in her tribe is still going at it. Tina is almost done with hers, though, but again, it's a small one. We see that a lot of the members on the Red Tribe have the same painting. I would think that a variety of paintings would lead you to more money, but we'll have to wait and see. We see that Rich has finished, followed up by Aliana, Fabio, and then we have a few more left on the green team, being Eliza, Natalie, Vesepia, and Brian. They're still painting and going at it. And then on the red team, We have Nina wrapping up, shortly followed by Brant. Nervous also is finished, and then we just have Jenna working on that painting. Shouldn't be too hard. She just has to look right next and copy what everyone else did. Then back on the green tribe, we see that Vesepia has finished, along with Eliza and Brian. God, Brant and Brian for some reason are tripping me up. But they are the last two to finish. And then looking at the scores, we have Brian's painting, which was worth 98 simoleons. And then we have Vesepia's painting, which was worth 116 simoleons. Next, we have Aliana's painting, which was worth 72 simoleons. Then Eliza's painting, which was worth 78 simoleons. Next up, we have Natalie's painting, which was worth 112 simoleons. Then we have Johnny's, which was 119 and the highest of the green team. And lastly, Fabio, who got a score of 78, meaning their total was 570 simoleons. Now it's time to go check out the red team and see if they got a higher score. So up first we have Nina, and she got 107 simoleons. Next was Brian with a score of 83 simoleons. Then Nervous with a score of 87. Followed by Jenna with a score of 176, the highest scored painting out of everyone. Then Bella got 129. Tina got 80 simoleons. And Richard got 86, giving them the total of 748 simoleons, meaning the Red Nookstone tribe has one immunity and will not be going to Tribal Council this Friday. So it looks like no one has had to go to Tribal Council 2 weeks in a row. They went last week, meaning that they are off this week apparently. But sadly, that does mean that the Green Sand Trap tribe will be meeting me at Tribal Council on Friday. So I'm sure Natalie is regretting those arguments she's had with Brian and Johnny right now, as it will most likely affect what happens at Tribal Council. But that is the end of our episode, guys. Sorry that I didn't have the webcam on today. I will be back with my beautiful hot dog self on Friday. In the meantime, you could totally follow me on Twitter and TikTok. All that stuff is down below. And yeah, what do you guys think of everything? Are you happy that the green team won immunity? Or sorry, rewind. Are you happy that the red team won immunity and that the green team will be heading to Tribal Council? Let me know everything below, and I will see you Friday when one more castaway is sent packing to Oasis. Bye.